Hello, and everybody. Welcome to another episode of Daily Energy, your news before the news. I am your host, Araya Eden. Today's energy is all about getting organized, purging, cleaning, strategizing, going and really reviewing your internal and external environments, seeing what's needed. So this is a good day to take inventory of what you have, inventory of what you don't have, inventory of what you have lost and can get back. And this, what you've lost and can get back, will allow you to not focus so much on your woe as me's, but to focus on the fact that there are opportunities to either get better or get back. Okay? Meaning you will bring in better than what you lost, or you will get back something that you lost. And because this is cleaning, organizing energy for some of you, this type of energy means that you're going to find some stuff today. And for some of you, the finding some stuff is going to be you finding yourself. And that's a good thing to find, is yourself. Because what did I tell you? There are three things that can fulfill you, and three things only. No man can fulfill you. No woman can fulfill you. The only three things that can fulfill you is belief in something higher than yourself, your purpose, and your authentic self. Your authentic self is hidden. Your purpose is hidden inside of your authenticity. It's hidden inside of your uniqueness, that thing that makes you different. The thing that you probably detest in yourself. That is what your purpose is. And you may wonder, like, why do I keep doing this? Oh my gosh, I hate when I do this. I cannot stand it. And we can't stand the things that we don't understand because we don't really take the time to understand ourselves and our environments. And that's why this balancing energy of trying to balance work and play comes in, and this need for emotional intelligence comes in today, because this is your day to purge and get rid of those things that no longer serves your purpose. Will you be able to do it all in one day? Absolutely not. That's why this is a continual process. It's ongoing. But you know that when it comes down to this cleaning, clearing, and purging your environments, you have to get rid of some things, right? But before you can get rid of some things, you have to put it all in place. You have to take all of that stuff. This is how I clean anyways. It looks like a tornado really done went through the building, because the way I clean is I put it all in one place. Okay. I just like pile trash up and just like one big, I make one big mess of it. Okay. I make one big mess of it. And I'm just like, okay, Father, we gonna do with it what we gonna do with it. It's done. You ever do that? We do that with life too. We make one big mess of our lives. And some people just see you making a mess of your life, and then they write you off thinking that you ain't never going to be nothing, because they feel like you done made too much of a mess. But I'm here to tell you that mess can be cleaned up. They see your external that looks all messy. They see the unfinished project, but they don't understand that God is still working on you. And so they prematurely give up on you, which is a mistake, and they don't realize that that's a mistake, because they see only the process. And a lot of them, my friends, they will not stick around long enough to see the progress. And that is not your fault, nor is it your problem. Okay? That is not your fault, nor is it your problem. Your problem is what it is you should find today, emotionally, internally, externally. Clean, organize, purge, sort some things out. That is what the energy brings today. Even in the news, we will see cleaning, organizing, more about business, organizing, sorting some things out. We'll obviously, it's a Sunday, so we'll hear more about spiritual leaders, spiritual teachers. We'll hear more from our leaders. And while when you get home, for those of you that go to church, so for some of you, it's not a work day for some of you, because some of you, you don't do anything on the Sabbath. You don't do any cleaning or organizing. But for some of us, it goes both ways. We clean and organize there, and we clean and organize here to get ready for the rest of the week that goes ahead, the rest of this cycle where things are going to start getting more busy, and you will not have time to come back and sort some things out. So it's about you taking the opportunity today, tomorrow, and the next day. Today is about the internal, external environments, your immediate environments. Okay. So I'm talking literal cleaning today. And then tomorrow it's about self-care. Okay. It's about you now that you cleaned, it's about you bringing in something new. Okay. Revitalizing yourself. See, that's what purging is about. You purge in order to make room. A lot of times the divine won't bring anything new to you because the divine knows you don't have enough space to handle it. That's why you have to take care of what you have first. And I'm going to tell you, my friend, it ain't that easy. It ain't that easy. Let me tell you why. It's been a while since I've written an article like I typically would write an article, because I'm stuck on this one lesson. And it's the lesson that I'm telling you about right now. Well, I'm better with it now, but it's the lesson that I'm telling you about right now. I got to the point to where I felt like, I struggled with OCD. I told you that. And so one of the things about the type of OCD that, I had is that I felt like I needed to have everything that I needed first to do what I must. You see? Everything. If I didn't have everything I needed, I would not start it until I had it. You see? And that's very that's stunting, because you need to be able to work with what you have. Work with what you have. You have to start somewhere. Okay? I got into this wilderness portion of my life thinking that the struggle was over. Baby. I said, yes, I get to grow my plants. I get to raise my animals. I get to live in my countryside in peace, baby. But to run a farm, it takes work, baby. And I find myself like, okay, Father, wait a minute. Now, you didn't tell me it was going to be all of this now. And I was on the verge of a complaint or two. All right. And I was like, I'm ready to move. Because things start, I bought a 1940s house and things start just falling apart. Okay. I mean, things just started falling apart. I'm talking about major things. Necessities started falling apart. And when necessities fall apart, you don't have the things that you need or you think that you need to be at peace in your environment. Okay? And it came down to the point, I'm going to tell y'all, when it comes down to the point when you got to shit in bags and buckets because your toilet stopped working, it becomes a problem until you learn how to manage the scenario and the situation. And I'm telling y'all, I had to do that in this house, even though I got 2 bathrooms. Okay. One of the bathrooms stopped working. And when that one stopped working, sometimes the other would want to work here and there. But I had to learn how to compromise. And then I had to clean it up. I'm just being real and I'm just being honest. Then I had to clean it up. And I was disgusted. So can you imagine somebody with OCD having to clean up some shit? Let me be honest. Let me be real. And that's what the day brings in. Us having to clean up our own shit. Really. And so I just had to suck it up. I had to suck it up and just do it. I had to suck it up and just do it. It's the same with dealing with my animals. Not only did I have to clean up my own shit, I had to clean up my animals' shit too. And I thought I was cut out for this work until I had to get in there. I thought I wanted some chickens until I had to hold them. And I was at first I was scared of it, but when I started doing it, it started getting easier for me. So let me tell you, I know I've told you this about the wilderness before, but when you are in the wilderness portion of your life, it does not mean that you have arrived. It does not mean that you have arrived at your destiny. You are still in school, and it is time for these applications. Okay, it's time for these lessons to be applied. That's what the wilderness portion of your life is about. It is about applying the lessons that you have learned thus far in your stage of self-discovery. You learned many, many lessons. And then when you get into the wilderness portion of your life, when God separates you and isolates you from everybody else, and then when he puts you back out there, that right there on the cusp of that, it's time for them applications, them lessons that you have learned to be applied, to see if you have learned and you have retained. And so at first you get in that wilderness and you like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay? That's what it's like. You get there, it's like, this ain't what I signed up for. Can I go back home? This ain't it. Can I leave? Can I go back to where I came from? And it just don't work like that, because you have come too far to turn back now. You have come too far. You will be doing yourself a disservice if you don't stick in here and try to work through this wilderness. And so that's what I had to do. I had to look at the wilderness different. I had to start seeing the wilderness a lot different. And I was like, okay, let's work through this. And then that's when Father started teaching me a little bit more. He said, okay, I want you to take a look at your environment. What do you have? And I said, okay, I have some trees. I got some pecan trees out here. Okay. If you have pecan trees, that means you have what? I have some food. I have some food. Okay. And I got a tree, so that means I got some water. And so if I have some water, that means I'm not going to go thirsty. And that means there's also animals around me. because the water draws them in. And so the way that he showed that to me is that you have everything you need to do what you must. But you must take inventory. Because right now you have everything you need to do what you must, but you can't even see it. You don't even know it's there because you focused on this, that, and the other. Focus. That's how you get straight to it. Put your plans in action. That's how you're supposed to do it. So today is some parts of the day is peace and quiet reflection. It's a shh. You do something that only you can do. And that's to bring in your peace. What does it say? The peace that passes all understanding. I'm also getting KJV Biblical Studies, HGTV. I'm getting HG. So this is cleaning energy. Feng Shui. If you don't know anything about Feng Shui, Feng Shui is like an art. Okay, it's a philosophy, and it has a lot to do with cleaning and organizing, and it's like about manipulating the flow of chi energy, that life force energy, that it's like a stream that comes in and it brings things to you. Okay, flows in that big bright white energy like this stream, and it brings things to you, just like things travel in the stream and it goes into the ocean. Okay, it's the same scenario. But if you have something in your home that's blocking that flow, if it's dirt, if it's a hole in the wall, whatever it is that's blocking that flow, then it blocks the chi energy from getting to you. And sometimes, I kid you not, it's 100% accurate. Because if there is ever a certain corner in my house that is dirty, all of a sudden I'm like, wait a minute, what is going on? Where is my money? And it's always that certain corner because it's blocked. And anytime that energy is blocked, it stops the flow. It's like a beaver dam. You know how like when the beaver, they build a dam, it blocks the flow and things start amassing in place, but they're never able to flow to that ocean or that lake, wherever it's flowing to, that large body of water, because there's a blockage. So cleanliness actually blocks that flow, and that's internal cleanliness. That's why negativity is a bad thing. That's why unforgivingness is a bad thing. That's why we must forgive, even though it's required that we don't forget. Remember, I told you one time I forgot that a certain somebody had did something to me because I'm so forgiving. I said, yeah, we can try it again. But you know what they did? The same thing they did before over again, because I forgot and I let them back in. So sometimes when you close that door, baby, that door needs to stay shut. Unless they show you ahead of time that the change is lasting and that the change is significant. Okay? So cleanliness has to do with cleaning the people, places, and things. I talked about the external and internal, but it's people, places, and things. To everything there is a season. And some people are not meant to be in your life for a lifetime. Some people are meant to be in your life for a season. If you try to bring seasonal things into your next season, if you try to bring winter in your spring, things will not grow like they should grow. If you try to bring, this might be a poor analogy as I typically do, but if you try to bring summer into your winter, things might not be able to function and be incubated the way that it needs to be incubated. It messes up your process. To everything, there is a season, and everything that happens in that season is designed just right for that season. That's why when that season's over, you go into another season. When the cold stop, here comes the flowers that bloom. Because if that cold comes into your spring, then your flowers will not grow. You see, your seeds will not sprout. Because the cold will stunt its growth. Okay. That's why when we were in the winter times of our lives, things seemed like they were not growing around us because we were in the winter time of our lives, and now we are entering spring. And some of you are starting to grow and sprout and move again, chosen. All right. So the day brings in astonishment, okay, excitement. You will at some point feel ecstatic, or you should. It is a day to find. It's a day to diagnose, and it's a day to maintain. Okay, I didn't know you was gonna put that in there like that, Father, and tie it together, but you did it. You did it. Okay, it is a day of service. It is a day of leadership. It is a day of organization. It's also a day of taking care of business, action. Okay, you know this has been needed. You knew them dishes needed to be done yesterday. You knew them dishes needed to be done the day before yesterday, and you just sitting there looking at them, waiting for them to stink. Waiting for them to stink, okay? And I can say that because my deep freezer, I did not know. And I was like, what is that smell? My deep freezer has been unplugged. And so all of that in that deep freezer just went bad. You think I opened that deep freezer up? Ooh, no. All of that stuff that's in that deep freezer is still there because I didn't want to open it up. But now today I got to go open it up. And so I know today it's going to stink in this house. But that's just what it's got to be. It's going to stink in your life until you clean your life up. That's just what it's got to be until you do what it is that you know you need to do for yourself. Because can't nobody do it but you. All right. So the day's energy brings with it the focus and the need for organization. It will urge you to settle on a goal and pursue its completion with intense, single-minded dedication. Focus will be on purpose and becoming better versions of self. Family, teachings, preparing will fill the day. New opportunities and ideas will present themselves along with the help needed to achieve your goals. It is a day to balance work and play by taking a chance and taking care of your environments, both internally and externally. So it is a day to clean and purge. The day does come with sacrifice, as it requires you to get rid of the old in order to make room for the new. It is a day to connect action with reflection for effective problem solving. It is a day for respect, more so today than others, as we have had transitions occur over the last few days. Spirit requires attention and emotional intelligence. Spirit also requires application. Commitment is encouraged because if you stop now, it will leave a big mess. And it will not be cleaned up until you clean it up. That's life. Okay? It will not be cleaned up until you clean it up. Trust and believe. I know what I'm talking about. The day will be filled with high and low moods, music, disaster, and good fortune, all mixed there together. Gifts, promotions, breaks, and deeper understanding. So someone may be giving you a gift today. Okay, this is something that can be expected. Finding balance internally and externally is the key to today's success. Some of you may feel ignored, but you must remember that you are enough. Spend time clearing, and you will make enough room to attract respect, money, and attention for those of you who do feel ignored. At the day's worst, it will bring in restriction, extremes, and arrogancy. At the day's best, it will be tolerant, insightful, and promote dedication. So that is today's daily energy. And so take this time, clean what you can clean, do what you can do, and whatever you can't do, know that you can do another day. Go section by section. Sometimes we can get overwhelmed to the point to where we try to do it all at once, and then what ends up happening is nothing gets done because we get so overwhelmed and we just go lay it down. If you're anything like me, I'm gonna tell you, I would get so overwhelmed. I'd be like, okay, I'm just done. I cannot deal with this today. I will not deal with this today. I'm just gonna go lay down, and I go get back in that bed, that comfortable place, the only comfortable place at that time that I had, because I knew I needed to get it together. Because the only way it's going to get done is that you do it. Okay? Internally and externally. I love you so much, my friend. And I wish you the best in love, in your career. Oh, speaking of career, let's talk about that. Because I didn't even talk about career. Yeah, not just on your home front either. Because some of you are working today. And so it's a good day for you to organize your workspace as well. So this is not just on a home front. You take that at work, your car as well. Because chi energy is everywhere. Okay? So anyways, I love you. Google one. Hearts go out. You get a heart. You get a heart. You get a heart. Hearts go out. Hearts go out.